Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to learn how to solve problems involving currency conversion. Let us begin with a situation. Imagine that you are visiting Japan and you want to buy a souvenir that costs 6,000 yen. You have Philippine pesos with you. The question is, how can you determine how many pesos you need to buy the souvenir? Before we can convert the amount, what information do we need? Yes, we need the exchange rate. The exchange rate tells us how one currency relates to another. By the end of our lesson, you should be able to explain what an exchange rate represents. You should also be able to convert a foreign currency into Philippine pesos and convert Philippine pesos into a foreign currency. More importantly, you should be able to solve real-life problems involving currency conversion and check whether your answer makes sense. Remember also to use the correct currency symbol when giving your final answer. Now, what is an exchange rate? An exchange rate tells us how much one currency is worth in another currency. For example, suppose the exchange rate is $1 equals 58 Philippine pesos. This means that $1 has the same value as 58 Philippine pesos. For our examples today, we will use the exchange rates given in the problems. Always pay attention to the specific rate provided. Let us see how we can read an exchange rate. If $1 is equal to 58 pesos, then $2 would be 116 pesos. $5 would be 290 pesos, and $10 would be 580 pesos. What do you notice? As the amount in dollars increases, the equivalent amount in pesos also increases. So, when converting US dollars to pesos using this rate, we multiply the dollar amount by 58. Let us now establish our first rule. When the exchange rate tells us how many pesos are equivalent to 1 unit of foreign currency, we multiply the foreign currency amount by the exchange rate. For example, if we have 25 US dollars, we multiply 25 by 58. The result is 1,450 pesos. Therefore, $25 is equivalent to 1,450 pesos using our given practice rate. Let us apply that rule to a real-life situation. Suppose a traveler has a hotel bill of 80 US dollars. Our exchange rate is $1 equals 58 pesos. Since we are converting dollars to pesos, we multiply. 80 multiplied by 58 is 4,640. Therefore, the hotel bill is equivalent to 4,640 pesos. Now let us do the opposite. What if we know the amount in Philippine pesos and want to find its equivalent in US dollars? Our exchange rate is still $1 equals 58 pesos. This time, we divide the amount in pesos by 58. For example, 2,900 pesos divided by 58 equals $50. So, 2,900 pesos is equivalent to 50 US dollars using this practice rate. Let us look at another example. Suppose you have 5,800 pesos and you want to know how much that is in US dollars. The rate is $1 equals 58 pesos. Because we are converting pesos into dollars, we divide 5,800 by 58. The result is $100. Therefore, 5,800 pesos is equivalent to 100 US dollars. Currency conversion is not limited to US dollars. We may also work with euros, Japanese yen, and many other currencies. For example, using the rates shown here, 20 US dollars is equivalent to 1,160 pesos. 20 euros is equivalent to 1,280 pesos. For Japanese yen, the rate is given as 100 yen equals 39 pesos. Therefore, 1,000 yen is equivalent to 390 pesos. The important thing is not to memorize these rates. Instead, always use the exchange rate given in the problem. Now let us solve a problem involving Japanese yen. A Filipino tourist buys a camera in Japan for 12,000 yen. The given exchange rate is 100 Japanese yen equals 39 pesos. Since the rate is for every 100 yen, our first step is to determine how many groups of 100 are in 12,000. 12,000 divided by 100 is 120. Then we multiply 120 by 39 pesos. The result is 4,680 pesos. Therefore, the camera costs 4,680 pesos using the given rate. Let us review what we have learned. An exchange rate tells us the value of one currency in terms of another currency. When converting foreign currency to pesos using a rate stated as pesos per foreign unit, we multiply. When converting pesos to foreign currency using the same type of rate, we divide. Always use the exchange rate provided in the problem. Also, make sure that your units and currency symbols are correct, and check whether your answer is reasonable. Before we end, let us reflect on what we have learned. How can currency conversion help us in real-life situations? Think about traveling to another country. We need to know how much our money is worth there. It can also help when shopping online from international sellers, receiving money from another country, or planning a budget for an overseas trip. So, currency conversion is not just a mathematical procedure. It is a skill that can help us make practical financial decisions. That brings us to the end of our lesson on solving problems involving currency conversion. Thank you, everyone.